Hard to be something if you don't see something. The power of visualization. I'm going to give you the exact plan of action that I personally use in my business that helped me close over $500 million worth of real estate sales throughout my career. You're not going to want to miss this one. All right, thanks for tuning into the video today. Listen, before I go any further, I do want to let you know that I'm excited to share this personal detail with you because this is literally one of the systems that I utilized in my own personal business that made such a huge difference, and I know it can make a difference in yours. If you haven't had a chance to actually subscribe to the YouTube channel, though, do that. Also, there's the little bell thing that's down there. Make sure you click on that bell. It's going to let you know every single time that we post a new video. Try to put out a couple a week to help you grow your real estate business. Now, let's get into exactly what this strategy is. Now, listen, what I did is I called it my next 10 list. I had this understanding that literally everything that happens out here in the world typically happens in here. We visualize it beforehand. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to reinforce that, and plus I had some losses early in my career and throughout my career where I had people that I just knew I was going to do business with, but for whatever reason they fell through the cracks and they ended up doing business with someone else. And that is such a defeating blow, especially when you're in a place where we're having limited number of transactions right now. So what I want to do is I want to put these next 10 sales on lock for you and tell you how you can do these things. Here's what I did. You can do it however you want. Some people are doing it digitally now. I literally had a whiteboard that in my office sat directly in front of my desk, literally on the wall directly in front, where it's what I saw all day long. It's the first thing I saw when I sat down in the morning. It's the last thing I saw when I turned out the lights each night leaving my office. But here's what it did is I had my next 10 buyers, I had my next 10 sellers or listings, and I had my 10 top MVP client referral possibilities, people that would send me referrals. This is my MVP list, I guess you could say, for my business. Now, I'm going to break each of these down because they're different in what I did on each of these. But here's the bottom line is, we all have people, if I say, hey, who do you think might buy next? Odds are you just thought of one or two buyers that you feel confident they're going to buy with. How long has it been since you've talked to them? Odds are if I said, hey, where do you think your listings are going to come from in the coming year? Odds are, bing, I've got 2 or 3 people that I think of immediately. What if we were to put that visually in front of us where it stayed top of mind, where we didn't have to just be cued for this, it was automatically in front of us. This is what I did. I wanted to see exactly what that was, and I knew that what my subconscious mind would do is that if I focused on certain things, I would see more opportunities for not only those things, but to find more people to put on those lists. So this is what it looked like. The top, I'm gonna start with the buyer side, okay? Buyer side, what I wanted to do is I had the people's name, I had the type of home that they were looking for, so whether it was 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever it was, any amenities, I had a little small amenity thing there like pool or close to schools, whatever it was. And then I put in there the price range they were looking in. And then what I put on the other side is the commission that house sale would generate for me. Now the reason I did this is because I wanted to see exactly how valuable picking up the phone and talking to those folks could be to me and to my family. So this is what, and then the last thing that I did is I put last conversation. So you've got these little boxes here. You've got this person, name, then you've got the property type they're looking for, price range, you're looking at the commission you would generate last time that you talked to them. Now the reason I did this way was I wanted to have each of these had importance. I wanted to remember their name. I wanted to keep them top of mind for me so that if I was looking at the hot sheet, immediately something would pop into mind. Oh, that's something good for the Smiths. Also, I wanted to know what it was that they were looking for so that if there was amenity that popped in, maybe this might fit for the Smiths. It's not exactly what they said they wanted, but it does have the amenity and it could generate a conversation. I wanted to look at that also on that price point and see where that was because that would help me on that search also. Also, the number that I was looking at on the commission, man, that really motivated me. And here's why. Because I would put it into account of what that could do for me. I really drove myself on goals. So I knew that if I always had quarterly goals. If I close a certain amount each quarter, I was going to do something to reward myself or my family with a trip or something along those lines. I wanted to keep something in front of me that I was working towards during that time. The date of the last conversation, the reason why I like that so much is that I could see how long it's been since I've had a personal conversation with them, a text, a personalized video email, or even better, a phone call where I was just talking with them and saying, hey, I saw this, I'm gonna send it over to you. Has anything changed with you guys? One of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that every single one of those people that were listed on that top 10 list were people that I had talked to at least in the last 2 weeks. Now, the reason why I want to do that is I don't want them to fall through the cracks. I don't want them to forget me, walk into an open house, and then write a contract because I hadn't talked to them in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it was. I wanted to stay top of mind for them the same way I was keeping them top of mind for me. Now, the reason why I like 10 is because 10 gave me the ability to really focus in on some people, okay? Now, I had other people that might buy, I had other people that were out there, but I wanted this 10 to be really super focused, okay? So there would be times where people would come off that list if I got a new hot buyer, and I would have to organize it where I would rank who that top 10 was. This consistently made me focus on spending my time with the people that were going to be most valuable to my business and that I could add the most value in the least amount of time to in my business. Now let me shift over. That's the buyer side. The selling side and the listing side was very similar. This is what I had on there. I put on there name, address, home, type of home, price range, time frame, and then I put on last time spoken to, and then at the very end, again, I would have, well, actually right before my dates, I would have the dollar value that would have commission-wise to me. So here's the reason why I had those. I wanted to have their name, obviously keep them top of mind. I wanted to have their address because if I had buyers that all of a sudden popped up on this other side that were looking in a certain neighborhood, I'm scanning immediately to see if I had one that might be a potential, because I was having opportunities now to actually match people that were on my buyer's top 10 list with my buyers or my seller's top 10 list, and I was double siding deals that way. Keeps everything top of mind. The other thing that I did is I wanted to keep that price range because if I had buyers that I spoke to or I had people that came in, new leads or people that I was talking to that said, hey, yeah, we're probably going to be in the $450,000 to $550,000 range, I always wanted to scan and see, do I have one of my next 10 listings that might be coming that are in that price range to talk about, hey, I might have an off-market opportunity here. This is how I was giving the opportunity to put some deals together before they even hit the market and double-siding both of those. I also wanted to see those commissions, of course, like I talked about, and the reason why I wanted to see that was because I wanted to make sure that I knew how that was going to affect my family. The reason that I had also that time frame of they had said they would like to move is that it kept it top of mind so that I made sure that I knew that, okay, they said that they would like to move in March. Now, for instance, it's December. I want to make sure that when I'm looking at this in December that I'm doing the things to prepare to go ahead and launch that listing. I'm understanding that I want to at least be in conversation that, hey, you know, we probably ought to start planning to put this on the market 2 months in advance. We want to get photos done. We want to start thinking about staging. We want to really get serious about having some conversations on a weekly basis about what comes on the market, what goes under contract, what's sold, so that we know pricing-wise we're going to get you placed at the right place. This is all building so that nothing falls between the cracks. And again, I had that time frame of the last time that I talked to them because I didn't want anything to fall through the cracks where that all of a sudden 6 weeks goes by and they pop up on the MLS that they had listed with someone else. I wanted to make sure that I was talking to them at least once every 2 weeks, and depending on how hot they were, talking to them a little more often. Now, my next 10 MVP list, let me talk about that group. These are people that either had sent me referrals in the past, these might have even been past clients that I had a great relationship with, or people that I knew and felt confident would send me referrals if the opportunity came. I wanted to just shower appreciation on this group. I wanted to have, this is me, I had on there the last time I talked to them, and that could be a quick text, hey, just thinking about you guys, just checking in, hope you and the family are doing well. It could be a phone call, but absolutely every single one of those top 10, I wanted to at least have coffee or lunch with, or do something special. Listen, some of them were super busy and they didn't have time to go do that. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to deliver something over to their office, say, hey, I know you're super busy. If you don't mind, I'm gonna pick up, I'm gonna drop some lunch off at your office, just say hello for you and your staff. Whatever it was. Or maybe, hey, I know that things are busy right now. Know that y'all have got coming up something that I'd seen on social media with their kids that was coming up that weekend. Hey, listen, I'm gonna send some pizzas over for your kids on Friday night and for you guys on Friday night because I know y'all have something active going on. Whatever it is, this top 10 list, I wanted to make sure that at least every 6 months I did something special for that group so that they knew how much I appreciated them. Every single time I did something for them, it was like they just literally, it cued them to go out and to look for opportunities to send me referrals. If you stay focused on the most important of your people in your business, because this is the problem. In our business, what happens is we have so many distractions and we have so many things that can come at us that we end up just putting fires out and reacting every single day. This is a system that gives you the ability to play some offense. This is the system that gives you the ability to stay focused on the most income producing opportunities that you have in your business right now to make sure that the next quarter is your best quarter ever. If you consistently do this, I'll promise you your business can't help but grow. I'm telling you what I know right now because it helped me me grow my business. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.